All right, so I took in the USHL Fall Classic here in Pittsburgh over the weekend. I was there on Saturday and Sunday, and it's just a fantastic event. Something that I would put on the bucket list of anybody that's just a fan of hockey to really go check out. I mean, with a lot of these showcases, you'll see some of the who's who in hockey out there. You'll see, especially at a USHL event like this, you'll see a ton of college coaches, recruiters. Like I saw Nate Lehman there, Danton Cole. I mean, there was just so many people that are very, very important hockey people. And it's just cool to watch that and to be a part of it, see, I mean, I watched like 7 games in 2 days, multiple USHL games, and I got to see 2 youth games, 2 16U games as well, which was really, really awesome to see. Bob Motzko was there, for example, too, from Minnesota. The head coach for the Northeastern Huskies, Jim Madigan, was there. Just really, really awesome to be around that. And I'm just going to kind of get right into it. Some of the players that I thought were really good, and this is really kind of in no particular order. But some of the guys that for example, the Chicago Steel was really good. They were the second best team there, in my opinion, besides the U.S. National Under-18 team. They were really good. Some of the guys I liked on that team, for example, is Luke Reed, number 4. First saw him at the Select 17s a couple of years ago. I believe he played in the BCHL last year, and now he's in the U. Move the puck really well. He's good on his edges. He can slow the play down, but also get the puck up to his forwards, and he's never panicked. He's never rushed. Plays a really good game. Ryan Ufko, number 7. I saw him with the North Jersey Avalanche 16U last year. I thought he was good. Committed to UMass, and I think he was good here. Didn't do anything crazy, was just there, but made the right plays and was noticeable in the right ways. Number 22, Owen Power. I've been high on this guy for a while, ever since he played minor midget up in the GTHL. Actually, no, he didn't play GTHL. No, yeah, he did. He played for the Mississauga Reps. And he's a Flint Firebirds draft pick. I don't think he's going to go the OHL route. I believe he's still committed to Michigan. But he was really good here. He has a really good stick defensively. There was a couple of times where he disrupted the play. His gap control is really good. I thought that he made some smart passes. He held on to a few of the passes that he had through the neutral zone. He held on to the puck and was able to make the right play. Didn't really rush anything. I thought he was good once the puck was in the offensive zone. He held the blue line well. He also was able to generate some shots to the net, which has always been one of the hallmarks to his game. But it's good to see that he's doing it here, and his game is transitioning to this level. Up front, I think Matt Coronado was just okay. Maki Samoskevich had a really, really nice goal. He's number 24. He had a really nice goal in their win on Saturday over the Sioux City Musketeers, a really good game. I thought Sean Farrell had some good board play. I think he was good along the wall. Sam Colangelo, a kid that played at Lawrence Academy last year, really good player. I think that he was noticeable in all the right ways. I think he was able to get pucks in behind the defense. He wasn't panicked with the puck. I think he plays kind of like a slick power game to an extent, and he shoots the puck pretty hard, so I thought he was good there. And all around that whole team, here's the thing, that whole team played with a lot of speed, a lot of pace. There's a lot of skill there. So I thought that they were really good and really fun to watch. I'll for sure try to catch them when they come to kind of around my neck of the woods and play the Youngstown Phantoms. The Des Moines Buccaneers, they have some individual players who are really good, but they didn't have the best 2 games here. I was actually able to see both of them. I was able to watch them. They lost to the Sioux Falls Stampede on Saturday, and then also lost to the Green Bay Gamblers, who had a really good bounce-back game after losing to the NTDP in their opening game. So for the Des Moines Buccaneers, who I thought was good, first of all, number 9, Patrick Schmiedlin, is a guy that I've been high on since he was with USA Hockey's development camps. He's a guy that I always know to have a lot of speed, but I feel like there's a lot more to his game that could be there that I haven't really gotten to see yet. If that makes sense. I mean, I think that he has to just develop, but I think he has a little bit of a ways to go as far as his NHL draft potential. He is in his draft year. But when you watch him play here, you kind of see why he hasn't really made some of the USA hockey teams. I mean, sure, he's there. He does all right, but I want to see more from him. Joey Strata, I thought, was really good. He's always around the puck. He's always making plays happen. He's one of these guys that's real shifty in the corners, and he scored a pretty impressive goal on Saturday against the Musketeers. Alex Laferriere, number 14, I thought was really good. He's also in his draft year. He's a late 01. He played for Kent School last year. I saw a couple of their games. I saw a couple of their streams. I thought he was really good. And he was good here too. His game has for sure transitioned to this level of junior hockey. He's a guy that's always around the puck. He just makes plays happen. He's not afraid to try things either, which is what I like about him. There was a couple of times where he made a few nice toe drags to get around opponents, but he doesn't do them just to do them. He does them to actually get around the defense, change the angle on the shot, and get some shots on net, which he did a pretty good job of. I really liked what I saw from him there. He was very noticeable in 2 games where his team didn't really do a whole lot. They really kind of struggled. Matt Choupani, he's also a draft eligible. He's actually from Quebec, Canada. Played Quebec Midget AAA, I believe, last year, I think. Put up a lot of points there, and he was good here. I thought that he had a lot of plays where he had a few dangles around some guys. He was smart with the puck in the offensive zone, moved the puck really quickly too. He's one of those guys where the puck was on his stick for just a second, then it was off it, and he was making nice plays. He's a guy that really stood out for me as well. On defense, I thought that Noah Ellis was pretty decent in the first game on Saturday. Didn't notice him at all against the Green Bay Gamblers today on Sunday. But again, he's a guy that had a really big Hlinka Gretzky for Team USA. Even though they didn't have the success that they wanted, he scored a few goals from the point and was pretty influential for Team USA there. Cameron Rowe, I thought kind of struggled a little bit against the Musketeers on Saturday. But this guy's a battler. I was watching him during the warm-ups actually before today's game against Green Bay, and he makes really good saves. I mean, you can kind of see a lot about goalies during the warm-up if you're paying attention. He's a guy that really battles in the crease, and I think this guy could have a potential in the game here down the line. He's got to put a few more things together. I guess we'll go to the NTDP here now. I mean, I can say something about pretty much every one of these players, but some guys that really stood out was, for example, Eamon Powell, committed to Boston College. This guy's game was noticeable really on the power play. I think that he held the line really well. Was a couple of plays where he took some hard pucks off the wall at the point and was able to act like he was about to maybe walk the line and then quick cut around a guy. He made some really nice, smart, hard passes on the power play that were cross ice, right, tape to tape. I mean, he really stretches out the ice and stretches out the opposing defense. So I thought that he was good. Tyler Clevin didn't play in Game 1. I believe he was suspended from a carryover from last year. And he was good. I mean, he's a guy that took a couple of penalties in this game. One of them was at the end of the second period in the game today against the Sioux City Musketeers. And he got right in someone's face, got pretty physical, ended up taking a penalty to start the third. But he's a guy that can do that and get away with it because I think he's got a really, really good stick defensively. He's very hard to beat one-on-one. There was a play where one of the Musketeer players were cutting through the neutral zone. It appeared for a second that he had the USD split, and he closed the gap on him like that and was able to strip the puck away cleanly and then get the puck going north. Little plays like that is what I noticed about Tyler Clevin. I think he's a really good prospect. Jake Sanderson is a guy that I really noticed on Saturday in their game against the Green Bay Gamblers, a game that they won, I believe, like 5-1, 5-2 maybe. Jake Sanderson was really, really tough in the corners. He was physical on guys. He closes the gap well. Really tough to beat one-on-one. And he just has a really active stick defensively. Super tough to beat. And I think he plays pretty well on both sides of the puck, but especially on the defensive end, I thought he was really, really good. Up front, Hunter Strand had a really good game on Saturday. I thought he made some noise out there. He was good, very noticeable. Dylan Peterson, number 15, is a really good player. Ever since he played for the, I believe it was the CIH Academy in his OHL draft year. And, since he's been here, I mean, he's obviously a BU commit, been committed there for a little while now. There was a play, for example, today where he had a little give and go, passed the puck to a Team USA D as he was streaking up the far boards, and the pass was kind of behind him, but I mean, it was one of those plays where in mid-stride he just took the pass right in his skates, kept on going. Was a really, really nice play. Kind of had to be there to see it. He creates space for himself. He's fast, quick thinker, and he can kind of beat you in multiple ways. He's always a good pass threat because he's a really good playmaker, but he can also make a defenseman look silly and score a pretty goal, if he feels like it. So he's good. Very, very, very good player. Number 9, Thomas Bordeleau. He had 2 goals today, actually. He was good. One of them was kind of like a really hard just wraparound attempt. It kind of ended it was kind of like I think he tried to do a wraparound and then the puck came back to him and then he backhanded it in the net. And also, I mean, it was late in the game. USA was up, I think, like 3 or 4-1 on the Musketeers, and he had a really nice play where he broke in all by himself and made a nice play to score. So Luke Tuck had a good one-timer on Saturday, was good as well today. I know that he was a real clutch player at a lot of times last year, but I think that he's a real tough, hard-nosed player to play against. He's got a strong compete, and he's also got some skill to back it up as well. I mean, Tyson Melanek, I don't think played the whole weekend. If he did, I don't see how I wouldn't have noticed him. Both goaltenders are really good. Drew Comesso and Noah Grannon, committed to BU and Wisconsin respectively. Both were just very, very good this weekend. Both kept pucks in front of them. They have really good gloves, good pads. They don't really kick up too many bad rebounds, and they're just so tough to beat. They move laterally very well. Just 2 really, really solid net miners who are going to be tough to beat throughout the season. The Green Bay Gamblers really, I mean, I don't know if they just didn't look good or the NTDP looked that good on Saturday, but they had a really good bounce-back game against Des Moines. I thought that they really closed the gap on guys. They played really well in their own end. For example, some of the guys I thought were really good was Ryan O'Reilly. I believe he's a BU commit. Really good player. He can make some plays. He had a really, really nice assist today, tape to tape on a 2-on-1 to score or to get the assist. Who else did I think was good? I thought that Dylan Moulton, number 72, I noticed him a lot defensively. I think he's got a really active stick. He's a guy that plays more of an in-your-face game. He's really tough below the dots, tough to beat, and he also can get the puck moving north too. Alexander Cervagno, who's a Ohio State commit, played for the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite 16U team last year. I saw him play a number of times with that team. He's good. I didn't really notice him do a whole lot on Saturday. I don't think he played all that much, but today he was noticeable, scored a goal. It was a pretty good goal too. It was a 2-on-1. He was able to receive a pass from, I believe it was Kyler Grundy, number 9, that fed him the puck. Was a good pass, was a good heads-up play. He received the puck, and it was off his stick pretty quickly. And he put it into the open part of the net before the Des Moines goaltender could get over. So, I mean, that was a pretty good play by him. But, yeah, this team overall just was pretty good. One of the things, too, that I remember is number 15, Camden Teesing. I thought had a lot of speed. There was a few plays where he was able to really create separation and kind of get around guys and move around the net to try to maybe bring the puck back up towards the point to keep the play alive. So was pretty good in that regard as well. Also, McCade Webster had a pretty strong game as well. He was pretty noticeable. He has some speed coming through the neutral zone. He's a guy that can really dish the puck. He skates with his head up, so he was pretty noticeable out there if you're paying attention. And then kind of lastly, as far as the USHL, the Sioux City Musketeers, this team has, when they played Chicago, there was a really big interest as far as I was concerned because there's a lot of kids that are up for the NHL draft for both teams, and there's also just a lot of really good players that I wanted to watch. Some getting their first look in the USHL as well. Now, Sioux City did lose both of their games here, but they looked good. They lost to the NTDP on the second night. The Chicago Steel the first night. If I said Chicago Mission earlier in this video, I apologize. I'm sometimes just used to saying that, the Chicago Steel. Let's see here. So number 2, Christian Jimenez, I thought was really good. He's a player that I've noticed ever since he played in the OHL Cup. That'd be probably 2 years ago now, right? Good player, really moved the puck well, moved the puck smartly. I thought he made some really good heads-up passes, some hard tape-to-tape passes, and he was just tough to beat defensively. I mean, I think he gave some of the Team USA forwards fits today. Let's see here. Adam Samuelson, former NTDPer, a kid that probably just needs more seasoning. That's why he's playing another year in the USHL. But he was pretty good. I mean, he's a big body. He's physical. Really stepped up on a NTDP forward this weekend and put him right on his behind. Okay, so Blake Biondi, number 27, a kid that's been good wherever he's played. There's some question as to maybe whether he's going to go back to Hermantown High School and play another year of high school hockey there. I think if you're a scout, you might say it doesn't really matter where he plays. The kid's just a good player, and if he wants to go that route, then by all means do it. But he was good. He was all over the puck. The puck just kind of seemed to stay with him at times. He was heavy on the forecheck too. I noticed that a lot, especially today against the United States Development Program. He was really heavy on the forecheck, gave the Team USA decent fits. Also a guy that when he gets the puck, he makes quick decisions with it. He doesn't just get the puck and he kind of just skates around, and just kind of tries to see the ice, does the whole 10 and 2 type stuff. That works for some people, but that's not his game. He's kind of a no bullshit guy, which I like. When he gets the puck on his stick, he's looking for a pass, looking for a lane, and he's really hard on the forecheck. That's what I noticed about him this weekend. Also saw the same thing at the USA Hockey Select 17s back in late June of this summer. Zachary Bolduc, a guy that's got a lot of hype and potential. He was number 15. He's from Bécancour, Quebec. Now, he was obviously being really heavily recruited by the QMJHL. I believe he was drafted by the Rimouski Oceanic. I don't have that information pulled up in front of me. I just have just the rosters right here. And I'm just kind of going off of memory what I liked. I'm not a legit scout or anything like that. I would love to become one, but I'm not going to go into these rinks with a pen and pad and dress in black and all that shit and try and act like I'm affiliated with one of these teams. I'm not one of those guys that's going to do that. But I have a very good memory and I have a deep passion for the game, so I can remember a lot of what I see. Now, Zachary Bolduc, I thought that there was a couple of plays on Saturday night against the Chicago Steel where you could tell, I mean, you just kind of saw the midget AAA still in his game a little bit. There was a few plays where the puck came to his stick, and he was in a pretty decent area, but the gap was closed on him so fast at this level, and he kind of fought the puck a little bit in that game. Now the second game, today he looked really, really good. This kid's gonna be a really good player. I think there was a lot of plays where he just played a lot more confident. He held on to the puck a little bit more, made a few plays. Like for example, there was a play where he battled and won the puck in the corner. And instead of trying to maybe just throw the puck on net from a bad angle or try to throw just a centering feed, he was able to kind of throw a head fake and bank the puck off the boards around a Team USA forward to the point for somebody to try to make a play there with it. Just kind of one of those little subtle plays that you notice that is a play that you'd see maybe somebody make with a month or two experience in the league, and he did it on his second day. Let's see here. Iro Niemi was okay. I thought he made a few plays there. Jackson Nieuwendyk, number 25, I thought was good. I thought that this kid has some hands. I noticed that when I saw a couple of Dallas Stars Elite 16U games the other year. But again, this is another guy that I believe is draft eligible this year as well. I see he's in 02. And I thought that he made a few smart hockey plays out there. He got the puck off his stick pretty quickly. Also, number 59, Ian Malcolmson, who's an OA. He's a 20-year-old. This guy was really noticeable in The first game against the Chicago Steel wasn't as much today against the NTDP, but he made some plays on Saturday. I thought he was pretty noticeable, especially with his neutral zone play. He was pretty quick in the neutral zone. One thing I'll say too, I was able to take in the Florida Alliance 16U play twice. I had to go there to kind of see them play as well. I saw them play against the Dallas Stars Elite 16U, which actually was a pretty decent team. They played pretty well. But the Florida Alliance are actually just that good. So, I mean, it was kind of hard to really judge how good or bad the Dallas Stars Elite were. But anyway, you know what I'm getting at here. Gavin Brindley in 04, I believe his dad's the head coach. He was just phenomenal. He reminds me of a better Colby Saganyuk. He's a guy that's got a low center of gravity, can really cut through the ice, cuts through the neutral zone with such pace and such speed, and his hands are so fast. Like, he scored 2 goals on what night was it? He scored 2 goals on Saturday night in the Dallas Stars Elite game. The last one being a play where he dug the puck out of the corner, beat a guy, and then got to the net. And most players, what they'd kind of do in that situation is they would basically try and maybe either kind of panic and try to jam it on net or maybe dish it out to somebody. Well, what he did was as he approached the crease, he moved out towards the slot a little bit and just held on to it an extra little bit longer and then turned and fired it into the open part of the net. Just a play like that showed obviously his compete level, winning that puck battle in the corner, his hands to beat a guy immediately following it, and then to have the presence of mind to not just try and jam the puck or anything like that or try to do a wraparound. He actually skated it more into the slot area and fired a hard shot home. There was also some plays today where they played against Fox Motors 16U, which was a hell of a game. And he won some pucks by just his sheer tenacity, his foot speed. He's really good. But the best player on the ice, I thought, today, maybe Gavin Brindley was the best player yesterday. Yesterday. Today, on Sunday, the best player was Seamus Casey. Incredible escapability. A guy that can throw head fakes and make anybody look silly. He gets pucks on net. He gets pucks through. He is literally a one-man breakout at times. I think that he can play in the USHL right now. I think he's that good. I think both of those guys could get some kind of exceptional status to play in the USHL right now. They are fantastic. And Seamus Casey was he's just electrifying. Like, he didn't make a bad play the entire two games that I saw him play. And I'm not trying to overhype the guy. If you've seen him play, especially this year, you'll say like, yeah, that the guy is just as advertised. He is so fun to watch. I thought also Clint Levins I thought was really good too. He's number 88. He's a 16-year-old. I believe he's in 03. He's not in 04 like Casey and Brindley are. But he's a big body that really can make some plays here. I mean, there was a few inside-out moves that he had. He's got some hands for a bigger guy, and he has a lot of speed too. So I thought he was really good. Aiden Dubinsky, number 28, he was also good, especially when he was at the point. A guy that can really make some smart plays. He really closes the gap on guys. But I thought that Fox Motors was really good today. The Florida Alliance beat Fox Motors 3-2, and it was a game where Fox Motors actually scored a goal late to make it 3-2, and the game got really interesting. But Fox Motors didn't give the Alliance much time and space at all. They had a lot of guys with some speed. Number 14, his last name is Martin, and I probably should have like a roster or something here in front of me before I make this video, but I just wanted to do it. He actually scored a goal late. Watch for that kid. He's actually pretty good. Number 14 for Fox Motors, he was really good today. Number 72 as well was really good. He closed the gap on guys. I thought that he was tough, real physical, and he made clean plays when he challenged guys and stepped to them, which is one of the things that I really noticed. He didn't just kind of disrupt the play, but he's kind of off balance. The puck he just disrupts the play, but nothing happens from it. the other team ends up recovering with the puck, he actually could disrupt the play and get the play going north a lot, which is one of the things that I really noticed. So what I'll do, I took some notes, and during the 16U games, I took a lot of notes on my phone. I was just putting the numbers down, and then, when I saw a play happen, I would just quickly just type out a quick little sentence about it, kind of shorthand it a little bit, and then get back to watching the game, because too much goes on to where, you can't be writing, full sentences and whatnot. I mean, sometimes, yeah, maybe it's warranted, but you can't be really doing a whole lot of that stuff while the play is going on, and then you might miss something else that happens. So what I'll do is I'll eventually, tomorrow at some point when I get home from work, I'll probably end up putting names to all these numbers that I have in my mind here, and kind of kind of get a complete picture of who these guys are. So anyway, I'm at like 25 minutes here. I'm gonna shut up and stop talking, but that's kind of my take from the USHL Fall Showcase here. Yeah, it was a really fun event, and that's kind of my thoughts. So there you have it.